What's going on, everybody? Ben here, and happy Friday night. Cheers. I hope that you're doing well. I am here tonight for our second, number 2 Friday Night Live with some guests because we wanted to be a little more fun than normal. So this is my lovely wife, Kelly.
Hi.
So we've got her here tonight, which is going to be a lot of fun. And popping up on your screen right now is my good friend, Crystal Sellers, who is going to be referred to as Mabes from this point forward. So how you doing?
Good. I got my wine. I'm ready to go.
We're good, yeah.
Cheers.
And let's. I feel like we're starting to get some people to filter in. And there's our friend Jennifer. Hey,
Hi, Jen.
we're gonna. Oh, look, what Jennifer says, she's hot. So look, I like that. So and then we've got the Peppers coming in. Nice.
Peppers.
So it's so good to see you guys. And over the next couple of minutes, we're gonna have a lot of fun. There's Wendell jumping in. Hey, Wendell, how are you?
Hi, Wendell.
And I know we've got lots of folks. Feel free to say hi, guys. We're here hanging out, closing the week down and hanging out. And we're going to play a little game tonight and have some fun. And we're going to do this for like an hour, just hanging out. Yeah, that worked.
I got nowhere to be.
Good stuff. Yeah. So forever. Yeah. So, starting out, just to sort of get some perspective on things, this is pretty much a month since I realized, holy shit, this is going to get ridiculous. It was a month ago Wednesday when they closed. Like my moment, I feel like saw a lot of people have their moment this week when they closed their school down. Like we had some friends that they closed pretty much the river down.
Lost their minds.
Yeah, lost their minds. And I get it. Like when they closed the NBA down a month ago,
That's when we lost our minds.
That was when we lost our minds. So I'm seeing this wave of people losing their minds. And so, yeah, like, how are you dealing with it, Mabes? I mean, how is all this for you?
I'm dealing with it. I have wine, which is helpful. I'm like you guys. I like being around people and doing things and going places. And I know that's most of us. So it's different. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at this cat named Barrett Sellers who says those are some great books behind you. So I'm loving this so much.
He's right upstairs.
I love it.
Hi, Barrett.
It's good to see you, Barrett. I'm glad you're here too. Philip is jumping in and saying, hey, my good buddy Corey is jumping in. My friend Wendell says when Disney closed, that's when shit got real for him.
It's serious.
People say that. They'll say, we'll be serious about this when Disney closes. And
like 2 days later, womp.
Yeah. So what we're going to do tonight, popping up on your screen right now, you should have a little info. We should have gotten really small just about right now. And this is episode number 2 of Friday Night Live. This is our way of dealing with what the hell is going on. We get together and we hang out, and hopefully we get you guys to come hang out with us too. And so tonight we're hanging out, and we're going to be talking about our quarantine. And I kind of want to go through what all this means. Just so you kind of get an idea. The idea behind tonight's game and what we wanted to do, and I'm sure this is going to hopefully get you all, because I want to hear everybody's that's here. I want to hear what you all feel about this. But let's say for some reason, you were stuck in your house for an extended period of time, weeks on end. I don't know what would cause that, but let's say that you were, and you were quarantined in it. Who would you pick as your housemates if you couldn't leave and had to hang out with these folks over a long period of time? So that's going to be sort of what we're digging into tonight. We'll get into the categories of that in just a second, but we should talk about ourselves first. And I think, most of my people know who I am, but I know that you all have people that are here to hang out with you all tonight.
I'm the wife.
This is the lovely wife. She's the boss. She's
Hot
the the lovely Kelly Jo. And Mabes, you're in Nashville. What else should we say about you? I have lots of things to say about you, but they're probably completely inappropriate. So you go ahead, so everybody knows who you are.
I mean, I think I've known you guys almost more of my life than I haven't, right? At this point. I mean, I'm no mathematician, but it's been a long time since we've met each other. We were kiddos, 18 for you guys and 20 for me, I think, when we met.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun. We have lots of good friends, and we've we've just gotten better as we've gone, I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
I feel like we're kind of at that point to where we're the best we've been so far, and it's just getting better. And so we've got Andrea jumping in saying hello to Kelly Jo.
Hi.
So I love it. I love it. If you're just joining us, make sure you jump in and say hello so we know you're here, and we get to say hello back to you. Do we want to start our game?
Yeah.
Jump into it?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to throw this up on the screen and explain this a little bit more about what we're doing right now. So as I said, this is just us having fun. Most of the time when I do these things, it's all about business. It's all about how to grow your business. Lately, it's been about how to grow your business during the quarantine. That's not tonight. Tonight is all about if you're stuck in a house and you had to pick a bunch of people to be stuck with for weeks on end, who would you pick? And so that's what we've got. And we have some categories on this, actually.
Famous people, though.
Famous people.
Because I think it's a given that, your family,
Let's get this out of the way. Obviously, I'd be hanging out with you guys. And just my close friends, my family.
Be offended when,
yes.
This is like celebrity
assuming that our best friends were already with us.
Right.
And our family was already with us, and we didn't have to be away from anybody. Who would we want in the complex to hang out with and be quarantined with? So that's very good. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
We have to make sure those disclaimers are there. So this is sort of what we're going to be going through the next few minutes. We are going to be, hey, Gene, how are you? Good to see you. We are going to be going through these, and we have given ourselves 8 different slots, and think of it as sort of a fantasy team. So we're going to have, number 1, we're going to be picking a pro athlete. Number 2, a movie star male. Number 3, a movie star female. Number 4, we're going to be rocking out a TV star. Number 5, a musician. Number 6, a chef. Number 7 and number 8 are both flex spots where you can put anybody in that you want to. And so, yeah, I feel like a lot of thought has to go into this because in general, you have to really think that you are going to be stuck with these folks for a very long time, especially now when we're starting to realize it could be a very, very long time. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the room, and I want each and every one of you, you got another hello from, I bet, Jody and Buddy there.
Hi, guys. I missed you guys.
Good to see them jumping in. We've got my buddy John that's jumping in. Hey, John, how are you, man? So let's get into it. With this group of people, we're going to go around the horn. Anybody that's watching that wants to jump in and contribute who you would have as a part of your team. It can be living, it can be dead. Does not matter. Anybody from the past, but it has to sort of fit into those criteria. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to hop right in. We're going to be talking about pro athletes. And so I'm going to let ladies first. If you had to be stuck with one pro athlete, they're a part of the group, weeks on end, who's it going to be? Do you want to start?
Okay.
All right, who you got?
So, first of all of mine are not necessarily like, oh, I think they're the best movie star or whatever.
Right.
I took into account personality probably more than anything else. And who get along with each other, because I'm in it somewhat, or just who's.
You don't want a real world house?
We're as much. and pro athlete is probably my least favorite category because there's
tough.
About 1 million other people I would pick before my first pro athlete. Sorry. But I went with Peyton Manning because I think he's kind of funny. He would be laid back and he'd just be fun to have around. His personality seems fun.
He does seem like a fun guy. Yeah, I agree with that.
And he's willing to make sacrifices. That's the thing. It's you look at his head, bless his heart. He sacrificed his forehead for football. I'm he knew it was happening. He could see it happening over the years.
Is that what you're looking for in your quarantine? A guy who's willing to make sacrifices?
Yeah. I think it's important.
He's a
team player. He owns pizza places.
Papa John's. He's big. Yeah. I mean.
Okay.
Basically, I just think he's probably fun. He's got a personality that I think will fit in with other people that I chose. So
okay.
I like that a lot.
That's my pick.
Who you got, Mabes?
Okay, same as Gwen, as I like to call her. I tried to pick people not that were that I think are the best at this or whatever, but just that I would want to hang out with and would hang out in my group. I had to pick Chris Bryant with the Cubs.
Oh, okay.
He's
So
gonna bring the handsome, which
okay, I thought that was gonna be there. Okay.
we need the hot guy factor for sure. But he's a Chicago Cub, you guys.
I mean, I figured it had to be one of them, but I could not tell you any of their names. So
I love it. I love it.
If you saw him right now, you would be like, okay, I understand.
I get it.
Yeah.
I would get it. Yeah.
No, I love that.
Nice. I really
I feel like a lot of baseball players would fall into, okay, I get it.
I wonder if he might be too quiet, but the rest of my list would help pull that back up. So I'm not worried.
I love it. My friend Dawn just jumped in and says hello. Hey, Dawn. And Mabes, I apologize, but for your first pick, you already got a boo from Peppers. So it is what it is. If you happen to be just joining us, we are picking our quarantine, and we are on number 1, where we are picking the pro athletes. We have a whole set of criteria for this, by the way, and I'm going to pop that on your screen right now just so you can see what we're about to go through. We want to hear what you all think. And by the way, you're already with your family, you're already with your friends. Who actually gets into this mix too? That's what we want to know. So make sure you post it as we're going through this if you've got one, and we'll throw it up on the screen to go with what we're doing. So far, just to recap:
Peyton Manning,
Chris Bryant,
and this was a strategic pick for me.
I'm curious.
Charles Barkley.
So, I thought about it.
I'm a huge Charles Barkley fan just because I love the fact that if anybody acts up during any of this, Charles is going to be the guy that I'm going to send in to call them out.
You might need a disciplinarian.
Yeah, and he's the one that's going to say it like it is so that I don't have to.
It's a good call.
I feel like that's super important that like I can get upset and send someone in that they have no problem talking about this. Plus, we can talk basketball, which I'm a big basketball nerd. I feel like this is
all the things.
Andrea with the not a Grizz anymore. Boo Gasol.
Oh, Andrea says Mark Gasol, and I know I believe this is someone.
Did someone say Shaq? Oh,
Shaq all the way. I think I've got Shaq. Well, we'll not talk about that. So Mark Gasol, you gotta love Mark. She doesn't, but it's okay. Sir Charles, Adam, yeah, all the way, right, Adam? I mean, like you got to get on board with Sir Charles. Listen, John says Shaq, and I have to. No, she says no, but she has this bias against Shaq. Like I am a huge Shaq fan because he's hilarious, and I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Don loves Charles Barkley. John is on his team. I dig it. So,
basketball, though, there's so many other sports to choose from.
Well,
I am surprised that it wasn't MJ for you.
MJ is not going to be fun to have in the house. Let's just be real honest. MJ is going to be the one that if it comes down to like we're at food shortages, MJ is going to compete with me and he's going to win because the guy's a nut. He is probably a little bit of a psycho. So that I would love to hang out with him, but probably not be trapped in a house. Zach, hey, what's up, buddy? Happy birthday to my good friend Zach. It's his birthday today. And I hope you had a good one, man. So that's awesome. Poker with Jordan would be a blast. But like that's my thing. With Jordan, I can handle 3 hours, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 hours. And that's probably my
days or so.
My fill. So, the old Space Jam. It's always a good one. Jeremy says Fletcher Cox. Ooh, interesting. Okay. All right. I like it. Let's keep moving. What's next?
I'm not going first this time.
You don't have to go first. I'm going to make Mabes go first this time. And I'll go first the next time.
I don't care. I'll go first.
Respect the process. Respect the process. I
was nervous until I saw who I picked, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not nervous about this. This is an excellent choice.
So, we got our pro athlete. We have our pro athlete in the house. I feel like we all did a good job. I do. I feel good about it. Now we're going to go with movie star male. If you had to be stuck with someone for weeks on end, who is the male movie star that you have in your place?
This is my overall number one person.
I already know who you're saying.
You already know who it is. You people know me. It's Adam Sandler. He would be my number one quarantine human being. Oh, I would make him fall in love with me and we would run away together.
Oh, I love it.
We'll be fine with it. It would be fine.
It would be good. It would be good. So Sandler's yours. I'm gonna go ahead and go next, actually, because Sandler was mine too. I think Sandler would be. No, I thought of a lot of male movie stars that would be fun to hang out with. It's the same thing as Jordan. They'd be fun to hang out with like a few hours. But I don't know that I could
forever.
Yeah, I could hang out with Sandler for a long time. I really could, and I feel like there's there's multiple conversations with Sandler for like different categories of things that would be fascinating. And I feel like I could pull out a couple months. Just to give you guys some stuff here. John says Ryan Reynolds, something to keep my wife busy. John, you are so unselfish. That is amazing.
John, what an amazing husband.
That is an amazing thing. We've got Jeremy Crimson coming in saying Johnny Knoxville. That would be a blast.
Listen,
it's not. Yeah, I know you're not a fan, but that would be an absolute blast.
I love Johnny Knoxville.
Your house when
love Johnny Knoxville.
Let's see.
But
here.
I don't want to be trapped in a house with a bored Johnny Knoxville.
Oh.
As much as I love him. No. This is remember the game, people. This isn't your favorite person in this category. It's you're trapped in a house with them. That's the game.
The comments are starting to come in like crazy now, by the way. Buddy and Jody say David Spade, which I think would be a blast.
Yeah.
Chris,
okay.
my buddy Chris Clark, are all of our friend. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, I love too. He was the second place. And
Jennifer says Sandman 110%. So I learned some things about Jennifer tonight. Good to know. I'll keep that up here.
So mine is weird because I had to do some maneuvering with the categories to get in the actual people that I wanted. So this is a stretch for movie star, but he's been in movies.
Good enough.
But my person that I put in this category is Jimmy Fallon because he is going to be in my quarantine house. I love Jimmy Fallon.
We knew that was somewhere.
Movie?
So much. Well, he was in movies.
Was it a movie?
He was in that movie with Drew Barrymore about baseball or something.
Oh, Fever Pitch. He was.
Okay, see?
Good.
Like I said it was a stretch for movie star, but to get the people I wanted in my house, I had to kind of,
I love it.
You'll see.
No, it was good. I like that. I think that's like entertaining.
Steve Carell absolutely counts.
Steve Carell, absolutely. Barrett comes in with Chris Farley, which is a solid freaking choice. Christian, who, by the way, Christian here is one of the best bass players, and I have watched a ton of music in my life, but is one of the best bass players I've ever seen in my life.
Second that.
Yeah, that's two from us, and like, man, this is like the youngest guy I've ever met. But
I miss seeing them play live, maybe more than any. I mean, other than just seeing my friends, like.
Shout
the
out
outings
to Tiny
that
Towns.
we go to. Yes.
Shout out to Tiny Towns all the way. So
I miss my Tiny Town.
We miss our Tiny. So Jack Black, that's a good one. Kevin Bacon all the way coming in from. Can I stop us for a second on Kevin Bacon?
That's interesting.
I was
fun.
I was so on board with Kevin Bacon until I watched the Invisible Man movie he was in, where he was, and I know it wasn't him. It was a computer, but he was naked and. I've never looked at him the same way, and I don't know. I feel like that's me. If someone sees me in that, like it's going to be the same thing. But anyways, Kevin Bacon is solid until I saw that movie, and I know it's not fair. I know it's not fair. Jeff, where? Oh, here we go. You need the dude.
That's a different personality to bring into the group.
I love it.
But I don't hate it. Morgan Freeman was my second choice because I thought that I might need like a father figure of like. Everything's going to be okay. And that voice, just so comforting.
It is comforting.
And I'm like, in a scary quarantine situation, I might need Morgan Freeman's voice. And I really thought about it.
Barrett.
But ultimately, he got bumped.
Barrett with the Kevin Bacon comment. Trevor's 3 was great. Yeah, you got to throw up some stinkers sometimes, right? Adam with Tom Hanks. Yes.
You guys have a picture with Tom Hanks from not that long ago, I feel.
Nice.
They do.
I like Tom Hanks all the way.
Yeah, our kids back to the hotel that night when everyone else was getting a Tom Hanks.
Gotcha. So there's our movie star mail. I think that's solid choices so far. If you happen to just be joining us, we're going through who we want to be stuck in a house with. And we have lots of fun categories here, which are on your screen right now. We are through 2, and we're going to be moving on to number 3. Do I start this one?
Yeah.
This is mine?
Oh, I think I might know who this one might be.
I don't even remember who I put down for this.
I mean, I know who I would guess for you, but
this is actually going to go against a lot of my guesses. But as I was browsing through today, Aubrey Plaza, love Aubrey Plaza so much, and you could have taken her in a TV star role, I know, but I've actually enjoyed quite a few movies with her, and I feel like with Aubrey.
That's not where I
great sense of humor.
But
you get into the other factor, but also I feel like she kind of plays into a kind kind of the same Charles Barkley thing as me. If I need someone to do something awkward, she's probably the first one to step up and be like, I will totally get in between you and somebody else. And I feel like that's super important in my house. What do you got?
Would you have like a crush on her in that house?
Possible.
I totally thought you were going to go with Natalie Portman.
No, I like I said, Natalie's like a Michael Jordan to me. Like we'd have a good time for a night.
But she's cool.
Hanging out.
Fun.
She's fun.
She's fun.
She's fun, but I don't know that I would. Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Let's see, Ben. You're sporting a huge beard, kept beautifully as always. I appreciate it. I'm really self-conscious about it right now because it is out of control, and yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I miss my person who does the things with it because I'm not great at it.
Julie Andrews, solid choice.
That's a weird choice.
It's not. I'm going to defend that choice. I mean, it's freaking Mary Poppins. Come on.
That's true. So wait, I didn't change the graphic, did I? I am behind. I'm sorry. Movie star female. We're back. I had the graphic up now. I apologize.
Is it to me?
Going poorly. So mine is Aubrey Plaza. I think that would be a blast. Who you got?
I am so equally stuck between three. Like, you guys are just gonna have to help me choose one. Like, who do you think would fit best in my? I don't know. Like, my first instinct was these are all just people that I think I could be best friends with. Jennifer Lawrence. I just think she's a lot of fun. No,
would be a good choice.
Anna Kendrick and Kristen Bell.
Okay.
I love them all so much, and I just think they're all fun and laid back, and it wouldn't like.
So who'd you go with?
I mean,
gotta pick one. Gotta pick one.
Kristen.
You say Kristen?
I would pick Kristen out of those three, but I love all three of those.
I mean, I really love all three of them a lot. Like I said, my first thought was Jennifer Lawrence. Like, she's the one that just like don't think about it. Who is it? And it was her. So I guess that's my choice.
Okay.
So many good comments come in just now, but before I get into those, Mabes, who is your
let's see,
female movie star?
I feel really good about mine. It's Jane Fonda.
I'm gonna need an explanation, but right.
I think she's hilarious. All she does is drink, at least like according to the shows that she's on. I'm sure that's probably not real life. Seems like a badass, like so fun. I want to be her when I grow up, so I picked Jane Fonda.
Okay, well, that's adorable, and I did not see it coming at all.
My backup is the same. It's Diane Keaton, so it's
okay. Interesting.
Okay,
yeah.
Is there anything in this is like you don't see them as a threat with the other people that you have in the house? Is that?
I have other threats coming.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Oh, see, I didn't even think about. I mean, I'm not trying to like. Oh, I don't know. You
Barrett with the "Have you seen Black Swan?" makes me happy. Yeah, that one got to me a little bit. We won't go any deeper than that, but we'll have that discussion afterwards. B-Man.
That's a solid choice too.
Yeah.
I don't know as much about her personality. Like, I haven't seen as many like interviews of the real. I don't know.
Cameron Diaz.
Very fun.
Solid choice with Cameron.
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
That is a lot of fun.
I bet she probably doesn't like eat junk food or drink alcohol though.
Christina Applegate is another one. Like, I dearly love her.
She could be fun. I think that could be a blast. Absolutely. So far we've rounded out three of our totals here, and I think we've done pretty good so far. I feel good about it. Let's move on. Let's move on to if we had to put a TV star in our house, who is it? Who starts?
This is my favorite one.
It's you.
Because this is my person. Like, if there's just one celebrity that is invited into my quarantine house,
I'm very concerned that we might have the same person, but go ahead.
Oh, surely not.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know why everyone wouldn't have this person, but my person is Ellen.
Ooh.
Oh, I love Ellen so freaking much. Like,
Nice.
I want her for real in my life. Like, I want to be her best friend. I just love her.
I love her too.
And I think she would be the most amazing kind of personality to be quarantined with, because she's just so fun and kind and uplifting, and just I want to be her.
I can see that 100%.
Anyway, so Ellen is my person.
I like it. We got Mapes.
I have Nick Miller.
Nick Miller. What's his name? What's his actual name?
Like, do you want the character Nick Miller? Do you even know anything about the real guy?
Props to him. He's been calling kids as Spider-Man the
Oh,
last few days. Like being
It's
really
real fun.
cool, like kids that are trapped in their house. He's been as Spider-Man. He's been calling these kids the last few days. So I gotta say props to that guy. He is
Jake Johnson. I've heard him on several podcasts. He's very likable.
Okay.
He's a blast in a house. Plus,
Yeah.
adorable.
Well, yeah.
for TV star, mine is very much it's a silly one, but Evan Rachel Wood,
Ooh.
Westworld. She was up there anyway, but this season of Westworld, any Westworld fans that are here, Evan Rachel Wood this year is bringing it in a much different way.
What is her real life personality like? I don't know that I've seen a lot of interviews and things with her to know like how she would be for real in a house. Though.
She's
She
very politically active, which is a big thing. So she's very much been involved with a lot of Me Too stuff, but not. I don't know. You wouldn't see her at the forefront of it, but I think she's been in front of Congress actually with some of this stuff that happened to her. Told the story, but also she's in a band. And which goes a long way with me.
Oh, what does she play?
She's in a band. She sings most of the time, and she's got a very interesting voice.
That's fun.
So let's see.
Is she on Spotify?
Who has a Peloton and you'd let her in? Who are we talking about?
Jen says she has a Peloton. I'd let her in.
Was she talking about Evan or was she talking about someone else? I'm not sure. So
She's talking about Evan, Rachel, whatever.
Evan Rachel Wood? No, okay. Hey, George, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Zach says Nick Offerman, which I think would be amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
So far, I love everything Zach says.
Yeah, me and Zach definitely vibe that
Danny
way.
DeVito.
We have Sarah Rafferty. Sarah Rafferty is from Suits, right? Isn't she the redhead from Suits?
Yeah.
John?
I believe so.
Yeah, man. Totally all the way. Evan Peters? What now?
Did you just touch your nipple when you talked about the girl?
My heart. It was my heart. I know it's opposite. It feels opposite, but it was terrible. Jen says Ellen. Okay, so that's who we're talking about. I love.
Oh, good. Okay.
Barrett with
Okay.
Danny DeVito. No brainer. I agree 100% with that.
I know.
He's great.
He is great, but not to live with in a house.
No.
Oh,
It's just that'd be too much. It'd be too much. Like
I feel you,
too
George.
much.
I feel you, George. George is with us. He's not enjoying the quarantine. I feel you, buddy. I am so.
Oh, I thought he was talking about us. I was like,
No.
wow.
George is
Just
great.
Tune out.
No, George is absolutely great.
Okay, sorry. Thank God.
George is wonderful. He's one of my buddies, and absolutely. All right, so those are TV stars. I think that we can safely move on to probably what I think is going to be a very interesting category, and I'm excited about it.
Okay.
We're doing musicians. If you had to be trapped in a house, we've kind of gone through sports, we've gone through movies and TV now. Who's your Jeremy says that was a nipple. Who are we doing now that's a musician? Is it your turn, Mabes?
It is.
I think so. My musician is Camila Cabello.
Well, we know who her.
Go ahead and explain. Explain that.
I know who your two flexes are for sure.
Okay, first of all, so super girl crush. I love her. She's like the cutest thing ever. Also, I knew Peppers was going to say Timberlake. It was a hard choice because Timberlake is also like a comedian. He's funny and fun. But Camila Cabello might bring Shawn Mendes with her. So.
Oh, I assumed he was one of your flexes.
I feel like it's a 2-for-1. No, I'm saving my flexes, and I'm assuming Camila Cabello is a 2-for-1.
You can't get 2-for-1. Stop. That changes your whole list. Because then
that's my choice.
No. Well, you don't get Shawn Mendes too. No. I can know that. No.
Zach says I potentially regret my choice long term, but definitely Weird Al Yankovic. That's a toss up. It could be.
You're definitely gonna regret that.
I feel like it's probably good.
The first choice, Zach.
Oh, I'm questioning everything else now.
Peppers with a swoon on Shawn Mendes. I'm on board with that. I'm on board with the swoon for Shawn Mendes too. That I feel like they grew that kid in a lab. Something doesn't make sense. It's kind of like the what's the country artist that I love that reminds like
Casey Musgraves.
Yeah, Casey Musgraves built in a lab. Like something's off about them. Like something's just a little too
perfect.
Yeah. So We got Mike Herrera. Okay, nice, good. We got Andrea with Bruno Mars. Sorry, Mabes, what were you saying?
Oh,
Bruno Mars is a good take.
Bruno,
I didn't know who Mike Herrera was.
so who was your music choice?
Oh, I haven't been there yet.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was yours next. Was it mine next?
I went, and then now it's Ben, and then
It's you.
Okay. This is an old one, and it's pretty predictable. Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind. I think that would be an excellent. I think that once again, he brings more of a, if I have to put him up against other people in the house, he's the guy that I feel like can totally real world someone and put them in an awkward place, and it would be great.
He's the most high maintenance person you could possibly.
Maybe I need a few high maintenance people in my house.
What? Oh my God. I mean, listen, I love Third Eye Blind and Stephen Jenkins, but not to be quarantined with. You're forgetting
Christopher wants Sarah Bareilles.
I like it. I like it. You know what? It's that first album by her. Like if we could just jam on that forever, like that'd be great. We've got this Bjork. Okay, that would be interesting.
That's great.
I feel like we need a bigger one from you, Ben.
What are you talking about? A bigger one?
A bigger one.
A bigger one, like a bigger star?
Yes. That was an odd take.
It's not an odd take. That's like so me. It's 100% me.
Very you, but it's also
Barrett says we should include his old girlfriend. I agree, my good man. We should totally include his old girlfriend.
Listen,
can we include
guys,
several of them?
You can't get twofers. It changes the game. Stop it.
Yeah, and then Jennifer, without no subtlety, I love it. She says, "Didn't he bone Vanessa Carlton?" Exactly. That's who we want to actually invite into the house too. So Barrett and Jennifer said the same thing, but
okay, we'll allow it.
Jennifer, a little less subtle.
Don't be subtle. That's wonderful. So you need another one from me? Really? You go, and I'll think about it. And
okay,
who you got?
Well, Kelly's going.
Kelly. Right.
JT. Because Fallon's already there, and they're best friends, and they're hilarious together, and possibly Anna Kendrick, who's that was a possible. But either way, like they're gonna do songs and skits and be just hilarious and fun together. So
he wants to be entertained.
I do, and I mean, they're adorable together.
This is what's so great about Stephen Jenkins. He also dated Charlize Theron, and
oh, that's who we're talking about.
Yes,
well, maybe we can get a two for
100%. I'm on board with that. So anybody that follows me professionally, this is not that. I'm sure you've noticed by now. Welcome to the evening cheers.
I'm bringing it real cat.
This is Friday night. We're off work and we're just hanging out. And this is what actually happens when you are out at a bar with us. This is pretty much what we do. And so I hope that I've not really scared anybody away with the pure professionalism of this production. So all that said, Kelly is winning. Crystal says.
I do have an awesome team. Thank you.
I love it. I disagree, but that's okay. If I had to pick another musician, this is really, really tough. I'm going with really obscure things because I feel like that's sort of where I live mostly.
No mayor for you? I feel like you guys are mayor people.
Oh, well, he got bumped though, because I had to figure out Jimmy Fallon. I don't know. I had to figure out Jimmy. I don't know. Like the way that it worked out, where I had to pick other people, he ended up getting bumped. But he was first on my list, and I was like, ultimately no, because I think he might be a little high maintenance.
I agree with that,
and I feel like he might create drama with the ladies, like him and J Law. I could see all kinds of issues, and I don't need that in a quarantine.
We went like into it.
I thought about this entirely too much. I'm bored as shit.
So that's musician. I could totally get on board with John Mayer. I think that'd be a blast. Totally. No, Aaron with the save. I'm gonna go ahead and give my pick to Aaron. Aaron Swetland, my man. I don't know why I didn't think of this.
I did think about it.
And
she got bumped.
Aaron said Halsey. I'm changing my pick to that. So that is a win. Aaron, you are the man. So
that's probably Barrett's pick too.
If you are keeping score at home, we are through 5 of 8, and we're going to be moving in now to our first, or is it 5 of 7? Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something here.
No.
Oh, I did. I missed something on my actual notes here, but like I can type it in real quick because I'm a professional. Our cat came in to say hello.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, Henry, where is he? I'll get him.
So right now we're going to go ahead and hit Chef. Whose turn is it to go first?
Yours, I think.
My turn to go
This
first.
is Henry, guys.
This is Henry.
He's the love of my life.
It's
a strange relationship.
If I turn up eating one day, it's because this cat ate me, and yeah. Anyways, so
number one, but it's not flex number one.
Okay, so we are going to be on chef. I'm going to get my thing straight here so that I'm good to go, and we're good. Okay, so chef, and I'm going to start with this, and we have lots of folks that are jumping in. We've got Anthony Bourdain that's been thrown out there, Gordon Ramsay, Guy
you
Fieri.
guys are cheating. We're first.
Biggest cat ever. No, this is good. This is wonderful. So chef for me is I'm a big David Chang guy. If anybody watches Ugly Delicious on Netflix, it's an interesting view into food and how it influences culture. And it sounds really boring now that I'm saying it out loud, but it's actually really, really good. And what I will do is I will make myself something like a bowl of mac and cheese and eat it while I'm watching all the really good things that they're making and eating, and I feel better about
That's
it.
true. He will do that.
And so that's David Chang. If you haven't seen Ugly Delicious, it's wonderful.
90% you would choose him. 10% you would choose Robert Irvine if you needed like a disciplinarian, get your shit together guy. Just
and I also love and
he's a business guy.
He is.
Like I thought you would, so I was like, it's probably David Chang. That's you've been into.
My man Aaron, we're just same wavelength in here. I love it. We got Julia Child, we got Salt Bay.
That's weird.
We've got Roy Choi. Nice.
Did anybody choose Paula Dean?
We got some good ones here.
Yeah,
okay,
I did not.
Who's next? Kelly.
I chose Anthony Bourdain.
Reasoning.
I like his show. I think he would just be able to tell so many different stories. I don't know. I would just be interested. I could sit and listen to him talk for a long time. And in personal reasons too. I mean, the way that his life ended, I'd love to be able to just have a conversation with him about that.
Truth.
That's just real. Anyway, So, a little bit, you need a serious vibe during quarantine. That's,
I think so. No,
anyway,
he sort of brings, and I said this before all of that went down. There was a darkness about him that was very attractive that I really liked. And
I feel like I could have like deep philosophical type conversations that I like to have with him.
Yeah.
And I feel like he could just, we're quarantined. I can't go travel. I can't see the world myself per se, but he's been everywhere. I just feel like he'd have so much cool stuff to say.
Agreed. I like that.
Anyway.
I like that. Who you got? Who you got, Maves?
I said, does Kelly think he's hot? Are you into Anthony Bourdain?
Oh, I don't think, no.
I don't know. Hang on. Can we pull up like a young Anthony Bourdain picture here? Because I feel like.
I bet it's yummy. No pun intended.
Oh my God. Really? I mean, I've never, no.
I mean, super nerdy.
I mean, look, if we're playing Deserted Island, I mean, sure, but like not just normal.
No, I just didn't know where your mind was with it.
No.
I don't think I'm going to pull it up on the screen since we got to know. If we had gotten a yes, like an enthusiastic yes, I'd have pulled it up.
No. It's more about the cooking and the conversation.
Okay.
I love it. Who you got, Max?
Okay, you guys.
Uh-oh.
You bear with me on this because I picked Jimmy Kimmel because he is.
I understood the category, right?
Because he is a chef. Like, yes, he cooks all the time for dinner parties for all of his friends.
Yeah, I cook spaghetti some nights. I'm not a chef. What the?
No, but he is legitimately a chef.
Does he have a restaurant?
No, but is that part of it? You have to.
No.
Does he have a show? Did he go to chef school?
You're only a chef if you've been to chef school.
Or, I mean, so what is your criteria for? He doesn't have a restaurant. If you cook at your house, you're not a chef.
My criteria is that's who I want. I don't care about chefs, but I know he cooks a lot. So
okay, well, fine. I want. I mean, like that's not the category.
Here's why I picked it, because Howard Stern eats at his house all the time. He says he's like the best cook he's like that he knows personally, and he cooks all for everyone all the time. Like that does not
make you a chef.
See,
that makes you a good home
for
cook.
the rules. Stickler for the rules.
Look,
I love it.
You have to have the rules, or the whole game goes out the window.
Listen, if you
I wouldn't have listen, Peyton Manning is not on my list. Like if let's say I played ping pong in their upstairs basement upstairs basement. Oh Lord. But in their home.
Aaron is ruling against you, Maves, with Kate.
Like, so now I'm a professional ping pong player. Like, no, you have to have some criteria.
Okay. I have a backup.
Aaron. Thank you.
In case I was overruled.
Yeah.
My backup is
different chef.
Who now?
My backup is Giada, and only because she looks like Natalie Portman.
Nice.
Well, okay.
I don't care about chef. I don't care about chef.
It's a win.
I didn't
That's a win.
Much, okay.
John Favreau, like he's amazing, and he's got this whole chef vibe now too. He's got the show, he's got the movie, and he's like doing all this cooking stuff, and I love his whole vibe. It's a good thing.
So is he a chef?
He actually is. I mean, like I would say that the pro chefs that he hangs out with.
I mean, he's more of one than Jimmy Kimmel, but I don't know that counts. I don't know.
I love it. So, just in case you're just joining us, this is what we're doing. We're picking our home dream team.
What's the puppet chef? Are you gonna? I mean, what show is that?
His name's Chef, and it's from Sesame Street. Thank you very much.
Is it? Or
no,
is it
maybe it's the Muppets. It's the Muppets. You're right. You're right.
I would accept that before I would accept Jimmy Kimmel.
He is. I do love him actually.
At least he has the hat,
and he's got the chickens that are always fun. They're fun. They'd be a good time. So we're into the flex now. Where you can just sort of pick who you want. Let's see. We got some comments. Adam says Chef from South Park. Great choice.
Oh, that's
He went
fun.
a little crazy.
That's fun.
He went a little crazy. He got a little too.
I'm not going to sing the song.
I'm about to get into religion. I said we can't do that. So, anyways, we won't go there. But he got a little bit crazy. Let's see. Zach says Jimmy Kimmel is the equivalent. Can you? Oh, you're good. Okay. Jimmy Kimmel is the equivalent of the physician's desk reference, hollowed out with a dagger, some rope, waterproof matches, and Harry Potter.
What?
That was an elaborate insult. I feel like that's very. That was my boy from Zach. Yeah.
I felt like we were really connecting before, and I'm not sure now.
Zach's out. He's like,
I freaking
feel weird.
Love it. Okay, so flex spot is. We've done a pro athletes. We've done movie star male, movie star female. We've done TV star. We've done musician and chef. We wanted to have a couple spots where we could throw whoever in. And so that's what this is. We've got 2 flex spots to go in, and then we'll just sort of go in and review.
You guys are going to make fun of me. It's so hard.
Scott says Nostradamus. Maybe you can tell us when the hell this crap will be over.
Make fun of me, I feel like.
So do you want me to, who's starting flex? Me? You mean start flex?
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah. Whoever.
I got to go with T Swift. I would have a blast hanging out with T Swift. I feel like she would be great to sit around and write. I feel like a couple things could happen with T Swift. Number one,
just watched this documentary. This happens. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently Kelly's job is to shit on everyone's ideas.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so no, it's good. It works. It works. No.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, so with T Swift, I feel like sitting around playing guitar, that would be a good time. If somehow we got romantically involved, I would be part of her next album. And I feel like that would be really fun. That would be really, really, really fun to have a song. It would be something really cleverly titled, like Been There.
Hold on.
Done That.
Wait. Don't you feel like terrible. In your house, like there's going to be a definite hookup and then drama vibe between Stephen Jenkins and T Swift?
Well, but I was there. Like, I was there.
Like, this is a train wreck coming in your house.
Let's see.
I love Taylor Swift. I'm fine with that.
Oh, God, we're getting some good jokes here. Let's see. We've got. Number 7, Ellen, and then Kira Sedgwick. Interesting. Kevin Bacon needs to be with his wife. I like that. That's sweet. That's sweet.
I don't know.
Joe. Hey, Joe. What's up, buddy? Joe says Mabes looks so smart in front of the bookshelf. I like that.
No.
Tori says Joe Rogan would be an interesting person to have in the house for sure. And he'd probably do the podcast from the house too, so we could be on the pod, which would be a blast. Okay, so that's mine. Are you next?
Whatever.
Okay.
You guys are gonna make fun of me for this so much.
We're gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm fine with it. I'm secure in my choices. But Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes. First of all, when you're in quarantine, listen, I put too much thought into this, okay? But when you're in quarantine, like shit could hit the fan worse than it already has at any point. You need a smart person in the house to know what's going on. And I just think he would be interesting. Like, he knows a lot of stuff. He could teach you stuff. Seriously.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. See, I knew you weren't going to get it.
You asked for that the last two picks you were making fun of. Let's be real. That was coming whether you said
I just knew you weren't going to get it. I just felt like people
I get it. I get it. Mabes, who you got?
Okay. I have changed it since we started this because the people that I had, we've already said. So,
okay.
What is Jess's?
Oh, I'm not seeing any of Jess's comments. Oh no.
Oh,
it's a little like choppy over here. Like you guys are kind of breaking in and out for me.
Yeah,
but
we're catching some lag from you too. So I think we'll catch.
Okay.
Okay. I changed a few because they've been said along the way. So I'm gonna go with Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas. Interesting. That's a blast from the past. So why Rob Thomas?
It was weird for me to put him in here because I met him once and it was a little less exciting than I would have hoped. But I mean, I've loved him for my whole life, I feel like. I just think it would be fun to have him. He still sings amazing. He can play all the instruments. He would entertain us all for sure.
I like that.
Okay, if your last flex isn't who I think it's going to be, I don't know that I know you.
We'll
see.
I need to highlight a comment from my good buddy Chris Clark. He says Neil deGrasse Tyson also likes to shit on people's ideas. Maybe that's the connection. Maybe that's the connection. I feel like that's really good.
Ooh, okay.
Tori says, yeah, Fauci, so I can know when it's over. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, Jeremy, we can't pick family. Family's already with us. So you got to come up. That's extremely sweet. But you probably missed our rule at the beginning. Buddy and Jody with Eddie Vedder. I feel like, yeah, that'd be a blast. Tori says he's not crazy. He's just doing well. I love it. I love it so much. Let's see here. So that's flex number one. So let's get into flex number two.
Ellie's was so weird.
Maybe you want to start us off?
Okay. Here's the thing. My last flex is someone I probably wouldn't actually want to be quarantined with, but I do want to be around. It's Howard Stern.
Yeah. Extremely germ conscious.
Listen, I thought about this.
Cats.
But he would be a nightmare. He is so neurotic. Like, just nightmare to be quarantined with. Like, I love you. No.
How about...
And now that I can't have Jimmy Kimmel as my chef, I probably shouldn't have Howard as my flex. But if I can't have Howard as my flex, I would have Dax Shepard.
Nice. Dax is fun. You'd probably do the hot pod from here too. So I dig that. I had on my list Steve Carell, but we've already mentioned him. I feel like once we're in the sort of this Howard Stern world, Richard Christie has to be at my house. I feel like endlessly entertaining, and we would do our whole Ultimate Warrior. There'd be so many skits that I would just be like, do this one, and he would get really tiresome for him. But hey, it's I love that.
So.
Oh, this is really nice. Mo says your post on how to reach six figures with Facebook management is informative. I appreciate that so much. I'm sorry that this is not what that is. This is what we call this the business suicide live
we
stream.
may be losing you money right now.
Yeah, so it is what it is, though. We're having a good time, and I appreciate it. Mo, you're awesome. I appreciate that. Mo's watching us on YouTube, by the way. So we are broadcasting to several places on Facebook right now, but also we're broadcasting to YouTube. And so nice. So you had where are we for flex number one?
Did everyone say flex one?
Yeah, everyone said flex one.
All right.
Yeah. So I did my flex twos. So did you do your flex twos, babes?
Yeah, I said Howard Stern and then I changed it to Dax Shepard.
Gotcha. Who you got?
Oh, for my second flex, It's Oprah.
Ooh.
I mean,
Okay.
it's Oprah. Like we could have a book club, like our book club, and think about all the people that she's talked to and interviewed, and we could, I mean, just endless conversation.
There would be a lot of conversation.
Your house is so serious.
What? No, I have fun people. I transitioned to serious. I'm gonna have different moods during quarantine.
I feel like this is indicative that I'm not entertaining enough during quarantine for her, and so she needs all these people to be very
skits.
like
I need
food.
humor. I need
Food is not
philosophy.
super important.
I need all these things.
Aaron said Kate up.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray all the way. I like that one. Nice. Tony Hawk. Interesting.
James Mattis. I mean, well, if you need someone that's like, gonna just make it okay.
This is a good point. Something we left out was someone with some survival skills, just in case shit hits the fan.
No, see, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he can build you whatever. Like,
no,
you need a solar farm.
I don't think Neil's that kind of scientist. But
if you know the shit he knows the lesser stuff too.
I love what Scott just said. Da Vinci, Einstein, or maybe Halle Berry. That's solid. That's solid. I love it. I love it. What else do we got? Oh, I got a business question. We'll have to throw that out here in a minute. I like it. It's good. That's good.
I'll take that one. It's fine.
So I like the list. I like the list. I'm going to go ahead and throw in one more category. What is the one that someone said that you hated the absolute most? What's the one that got thrown out there that, like, if that person was in your house, you're like, no, that cannot happen. Mine's going to probably be Neil deGrasse Tyson, just to be with you.
The most random, for sure.
Sorry, Neil. Yeah.
Fine. He'd be fine.
I think that Neil deGrasse Tyson, like, there's definitely a few on my list, like the Stephen Jenkins thing could get out of hand. But yeah, overall, I think that's good picks. So, did you guys have fun tonight? Did everybody that came and hung out? We had a lot of people in and out. Had a lot of people stick with us the entire thing. A lot of amazing suggestions. We don't know what we're doing with this. I mean, I don't think, obviously this is, I mean, I talk about marketing all day and people seem to listen to that. But when I get into this, I have no clue what I'm doing. Andrea says she's throwing Howard Stern out. So I love that.
Yeah, I stand that.
Jimmy Kimmel and his damn pots and pans is getting thrown out. Mabes, you're getting a lot of, I would throw your person out. Bearman coming in with the Larry David in the house. I think that would be solid.
No.
Why not? Why would that not be a good? Tell us.
Larry David in your house? That's the worst person to have in your house.
I love it. I love it. All right. So
I understand where he's coming from. And no Larry David.
We could ask Paloma. We could see what she thinks. Anyways, so I hope everybody had fun this week. We're going to do this once a week. Most of the live streams that we do here are very much business serious, and you guys have been having some great questions the last few days, and I appreciate that. Hopefully we've got you some good stuff. We've got a lot more good stuff coming. I want to thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Mabes, thanks for being here tonight. I know everybody's taking time out of their schedule to come hang, and
very busy schedule to
get, made fun of by everybody. And that's always fun. So I appreciate it. Let's see.
Oh no.
Too busy.
No, you don't, Zach.
Oh, I love it. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for throwing out comments. We're going to be doing this at least once a week, every week. This particular crew will be back often, and we're going to bring some more guests in. I think we can get several guests in here at a time, which is fun. Other than the occasional lag, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like about all this. Yes. By the way, many of you know Kelly. I feel like, I can tell from the Facebook requests that come in, but Mabes, you may not know Mabes. And so Mabes is one of our dearest friends, and we're going to have her back a whole lot. So before we get out of here, anything that we should talk about or leave with? I feel good about it. I feel like we have a solid package of content tonight.
Package.
It's like my fun. Like, I love this game.
It got a lot less dirty than I thought it would this time. As we get more comfortable, I'm sure it's going to go there. Please remind me that to stop broadcasting this to the business parts, because it's going live in several of my business Facebook groups when we do that, and then we'll bit out. So I want Carol Baskin. Oh, I could have a whole show on Tiger King.
Well, I had a whole lightning round prepared that we didn't even get to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I did.
Nice.
Anyway.
Lots of good
Save it for
things. Lots of good things coming in. Zach, you did meet Mabes a little while back in Nashville, I'm fairly certain. So, yes. But yeah, so I'd love to have all of you on. I know that I've got to have Jennifer on to talk about the Orlando Magic at one point. We had talked about this. It's something we're both super passionate about. The Orlando Magic, like this certain set of years. So that's got to happen because, and I'll make sure that we get a couple more basketball peeps on for that. But thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun. And we're definitely doing this every Friday night. If this goes on as long as they say, we may end up doing this a lot more than, because we need an excuse to drink alcohol that's not just it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely making it that long.
I love it. So I appreciate everybody being here. And like I said, we're going to close down. We did about 55 minutes tonight. I didn't feel strained. I felt good about it. Obviously, I'm not in the entertaining sector, but I had fun playing the game with you guys. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
All right.
Thank you, Kelly.
Bye.
You guys be good. We will be here soon. Cheers to you all. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Even though it doesn't necessarily feel 100% like the weekend right now. Cheers to everybody that's here watching tonight. And we're glad to see you. Nathan, glad you got in for just a second at least. Everybody that was here, we appreciate you guys so much for being here. And we've got plenty more coming. And I promise we're going to get better at this. Like we have to, right? If we do it.
Nowhere to go but
Go up from here.
Totally. All right. Be good. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk with you all very, very soon. Thanks for being a part of our Friday Night Live.
Love you guys.